Hello everybody, I hope you're all having an absolutely fabulous day today. It is a gorgeous April day, and today I want to celebrate a couple of different things. It's been 2 years since I started my YouTube channel, and I am so grateful for everybody who watches and everybody who comments and everybody who has stories to share about their own gardens. And the very first video I ever did was with Janey of Dig, Plant, Water, Repeat. Fabulous, fabulous YouTube person, but also an absolutely fabulous person and a fabulous gardener. We had so much fun that day talking about potatoes. You know, I'm Irish. Potatoes are a very big deal to us Irish people. And also, my favorite comfort food of all is so simple. It is just mashed potatoes with a ton of butter on it and lots of salt, eaten slowly, pretty much cures everything. So today, it being potato time again, it's early April, potato time again, I figured let's talk about potatoes today. So potatoes are so ridiculously easy to grow, and I'm going to show you that video I did with Janey a couple of years ago, and also share with you another video about potatoes in containers. In case you're limited to a balcony or some small space, you can still grow potatoes. So all that information is in these two videos. You get to see my first video ever, you get to visit with Janey, you get to learn all about growing potatoes in containers. But today I'm going to share a little bit more about potato growing. My dad grew potatoes in my garden, in our garden, his garden, because I was just a little kid, all those years ago in Ireland, and there was this ritual to it. He would always make sure he dug those trenches nice and deep, and we had a tiny garden, but he was from the country, so he had his traditions and he stuck to them. This is when we lived in the suburbs of Dublin, always grew potatoes every year. So later on in life, he and Mom moved to a house with 3/4 of an acre, and the potato patch was way bigger. My grandparents grew potatoes, my aunties and uncles down the country grew potatoes, so of course I grow potatoes every year. In my garden at home, there's a couple of perpetual potato patches, because the one thing about potatoes, if you don't manage to harvest every single one of them, just one tiny potato becomes a seed potato, and they will grow you more potatoes. It is the gift that keeps on giving. So you're going to love today's video. And if you want to grow potatoes yourself, you need to hurry on into Cottage Gardens. I've got 5 or 6 really great varieties. Not all the same varieties that you're going to see in the video I did with Janey 2 years ago, but many of them similar, even better, and from the same fabulous source in Idaho, from a wonderful guy who handpicks his favorite varieties for me every single year. So watch, enjoy, and make sure you let me know your potato stories. All right, enjoy it. We are going to talk about potatoes because I'm Irish, and tomorrow's the day you can start planting potatoes around here.
Oh, okay. And what else is tomorrow?
St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow.
It's so appropriate. So here in Petaluma, St. Patrick's Day is when you can start planting potatoes.
Yes.
Isn't that convenient?
It
like,
really is.
I'm never going to forget that now.
It's very easy to remember. Potato foliage is super frost tender, like a tomato.
Okay.
So you want to plant them nice and deep, and by the time the foliage comes up, then it's safe.
Okay.
They're not going to get killed by the frost.
Okay.
These are the potatoes.
Ooh, very nice. First of all, I love how you store them in the pots. That's so cute.
Thank you. It has to look pretty. As far as I'm concerned, it's got to look pretty.
Of course.
I'm going to be looking at them.
Of course. So I see lots of different potatoes. First off, I have to tell you, Fanula, I know nothing about seed potatoes and planting potatoes. Oh. So when you talk to me like a complete beginner, okay?
Okay, great.
So what's the first thing I need to know?
First thing you need to know is, what kind of potatoes do you like to eat? What do you want to see on your table in 60 to 90 to 120 days?
Okay.
If you like to bake potatoes and you really like your classic russet,
yep,
I've got a perfect russet for you.
Okay.
Right here. Look at this.
All right. And what makes this What makes this a good one?
Well, first of all, I get all my potatoes from this fabulous guy, Grand Teton Organics. They're double certified. They are organic. He cares so much about his potatoes that it's just like we have the best conversations.
That's what you want,
Yeah,
right? From
yeah.
your potato guy. You want him to be obsessed with
Exactly.
potatoes.
To be passionate. So he like sends me the best potatoes. Now this particular russet, when you grow it yourself, it's going to taste so much better than anything you can buy in the store.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of people think russets, oh, you can get them anywhere, but
Yeah.
when you grow them yourself, whole other story.
You know, I have to admit, I don't think I've ever tasted a homegrown potato.
Oh,
I
you
know.
are so in for a treat.
I know. I need to do this. So I see these potatoes like this, and I see that they're growing out the eye, and I think they're bad.
In a grocery store, if you want to like immediately eat them, yes, that's a bad thing.
Okay.
But when you are looking for seed potatoes, this is a good thing.
Okay.
Every one of those little green eyes is going to sprout and grow a stem and grow foliage.
Okay.
That's what you're looking for.
All right.
So when you're shopping for seed potatoes, this is how you want to start them.
Okay.
And then you actually want to leave them another couple of, probably 10 days, 2 weeks, to grow sprouts even bigger, and then you plant that potato.
So even before you plant it, you want it to grow even more.
Yeah,
Oh,
want them to
interesting.
grow, want each one of these eyes to sprout a little bit more.
Okay.
We have great handouts.
Oh,
Growing
look at
potatoes
that.
successfully.
Oh, perfect.
Right now we're at the pre-sprout and chitting stage.
Chitting. And chitting is
This,
that. Okay.
this.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, this is a banana potato? Is that right?
Yeah.
Interesting. What would I do with these? These kind of look like roasting potatoes.
These are the superstars of the fingerlings. These are fingerling tomatoes. Fancy, if you want to call them fancy, but they're like, fingerling tomatoes.
Potatoes.
Super. I was thinking tomatoes.
You've
all
got tomatoes on the
long.
brain.
Yeah, all
That's
morning.
another video.
A whole other time. Yes.
So
these are potatoes.
Those are the fingerlings. Yum.
Yeah.
And then dark red Norlands.
That is a beautiful, beautiful potato. You got the red skin, white flesh inside. Look at these.
Look
these
at
are
that.
chitting even further.
That's crazy.
See how it's kind of squishy? You want that too.
You want it to be squishy.
Yeah. Again,
Interesting.
not the ones you're going to cook today.
Right.
But for seed potatoes, yes.
So you wouldn't, this might be a silly question, but there's no seeds that you can get for potatoes. This is the seed. Is that
There
right?
kind of are seeds that the breeders will use,
Okay.
but this is called a seed potato.
So this is what the regular home gardener would plant,
Yeah.
not seeds. Okay.
They call them seed potatoes.
Okay. Because that's what you use.
Yeah.
All right. So
I got to talk about this
Of
one.
course.
This is wild purple. This is incredible. It's just the weirdest potato you can think of. There's different ones. They're so deep purple inside that they're like chocolate almost, like purple chocolate.
can you imagine, can you make mashed potatoes out of these?
Yeah, totally purple.
Purple mashed potatoes.
I love these ones because you get the purple skin. Some of them have a white splash on them. Inside is super purple.
Wow.
And this is an amazing potato bred by John of Grand Teton.
Your guy.
Yeah.
Your potato guy.
So I really love this one.
Amazing. And so he must be pretty proud of that one.
He is.
Good.
Yeah.
So what, out of all of these, which one is your favorite? Which one would you recommend?
The wild purple is my
Okay.
favorite just because of the story behind it.
Right.
Love the story. I love chatting to John about them. They're really cool. You really can't get them in normal places.
Okay.
But if you're looking for your classic yellow potato, mashed potato, amazing things, German butterball.
Oh,
Yeah.
yum. The name sounds good. Here's these right here. All right, can we talk a little bit about like how to plant a potato? Like say I was gonna come in here and Cottage Gardens of Petaluma, I was gonna take a couple of these home. What would I do once I got them home?
Okay, so for a fingerling, they're incredibly productive. Like one potato can really give you, between 15 and 20 pounds of potatoes.
What?
Kind of crazy.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, but the way you do it, the way you plant a potato, there's a number of different ways. There are potato towers. You can grow them in pots. You can do all kinds of things. The classic Irish way of planting a potato is you dig a trench. You start with a trench.
Okay.
You don't want it too full of compost. You don't want too much nitrogen in there. You want a nice, well-balanced soil that you're digging,
Okay.
and you dig that trench.
So you wouldn't amend it with too much stuff?
You should have amended it the previous fall if you're going to do it at all, so it kind
Got
of
it.
blends right in and loses its potency, if you see what I mean.
Yes,
Ask me
absolutely.
questions anytime in person, but anytime when you're growing them. But what you do is you dig a nice deep trench. I usually go 16 to 18 inches to start with.
Okay.
And the soil underneath that trench should also be a little bit loosened.
Okay.
And then you put your potato at the bottom of the trench.
Okay.
So what's going to happen then, it's going to put down roots and it's going to start sending these shoots up.
All right.
This is the idea. So bottom of the trench, and then you just cover that potato with about 4 inches of soil at that point.
So it's kind of still trenched down.
It's all sunk in.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
super cool.
All right.
Just fascinating. Okay, so then this potato is going to send up these little shoots that go up with foliage at the top. When it's about 10 to 12 inches tall at that point, you're going to top it off with another 4 inches of soil.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So you're just going to keep covering it with more soil.
exactly.
What does that do? Does that produce more potatoes?
It does. So this little stem that keeps going up and up and up and produces foliage at the top, it's from that stem, which has a name, and I can't remember the particular name of that particular stem. All along there is that's where the potatoes are going to come from.
Interesting.
I know, it's fascinating
That's
stuff.
crazy.
Really is. So you keep covering it up. When it's about 8, 12 inches tall, you cover it up with another 4 inches of soil, and you just keep going until you've hilled those potatoes up.
So you're going all the way from a trench, and then as it grows, you keep add more, more until you've got a big hill.
Yeah.
Where do you start? I mean, where do you stop?
Where do you stop? It's going to get really nice and leafy, and it's going to start producing flowers.
Okay.
And you just leave it be then. You
Okay.
just let it produce its flowers, let it do its whole thing. I mean, they're really pretty plants as well. I really love the look of the plant.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's good to see. You can really see it.
It's ornamental plus it's vegetable.
I think so personally, but I might be partial, to potatoes. Definitely biased.
It's your Irish roots.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So then you've got your flowers. You have the big leafy plant with all these flowers on it. You can sneak your hand into that hill and check to feel around for potatoes.
Oh, okay.
If you want to steal a few new potatoes.
Okay.
But the best thing to do to wait till it's fully mature is the flowers begin to die off, the foliage begins to brown.
Oh.
You quit watering at that point and just
Okay.
let the plant die back. And that's when you harvest them.
Okay, so it's kind of when would that be? Like late summer, kind of?
It kind of depends on the potato. This is a relatively quick one,
Okay.
85 to 90 days.
Okay.
Binchi is another really great old heirloom.
So basically, once you get to the point that you see the flowers start to die back, you stop watering.
Yeah.
You wait for everything to die back to the ground, and then that's harvest time.
Yeah.
And then you get all the yummy potatoes.
Exactly. Exactly.
So how do they take a lot of water before that? Would I be watering them pretty regularly, or are they kind of just average?
Kind of depends on your soil, and you don't ever want to water too much.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you've ever found that in the grocery store. You cut into a potato and it's split and it's kind of weird and watery.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
That's an overwatered potato. Okay.
Sometimes it can take a couple of years to really get it down for the way your garden and your technique is.
Yep.
But really, there's no such thing as a really bad potato when you grow it yourself.
Okay.
So it's kind of like get it to where you're comfortable.
Yeah.
And where you love that taste.
Yeah.
And where you're ready to share it with your neighbors.
And pretty much any of these are going to be better than a store-bought
Oh,
potato.
yes.
Is
Just
what
like
I'm getting
anything
across.
homegrown, yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
that way about strawberries too. So if
Oh, my
potatoes
goodness.
are like that, I'm totally down for this. So
Yeah.
then you harvest all your potatoes and you're getting a ton of potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And then can you store them for a while?
Some varieties are better at storage than others.
Okay.
So do your research.
Okay.
If that's what you're looking for, pick the ones that are really good for storage. I think German Butterball is another one that's really good for storage. This one, not so good, but like you generally end up turning them into potato salad.
You're going to use
Gold
them.
Nugget is another really good one
Okay.
for storage.
How long do you think Cottage Gardens is going to have these?
You know, right now is potato planting time. Most people know, like, it's right around St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
I would say we'll have them, 3 or 4 more weeks maybe.
Okay.
If you look at the way this is right now, this is a great time to plant this.
Okay. That
So you're going to
looks
want to
good.
get them in the ground fairly soon.
The creepier they look, the more it's time to get them.
I was being polite. I wasn't going to say that, but yeah, creepy, squishy.
I can say it
icky.
because I don't.
Yeah.
One, I'm not Irish, and two, I haven't planted potatoes, but
I know.
I'll get used to it.
Have some respect.
Absolutely.
So I thought today would be a great day to talk about potatoes, specifically growing potatoes in a small space. I'm going to show you how to grow potatoes in a grow bag. Very, very simple. You barely need showing. But let me show you, and then off you go. This is what you need. Potatoes, and I've chosen the Chieftain variety potatoes for a lot of reasons. It's really popular in Ireland where I'm from. It's really easy to grow. It stores great, really high producer, disease resistant, fungus resistant. That's really important. And it's just an all-around great potato for roasting or frying or boiling or any of those things you like to do with potatoes. You need a really good potting soil, and you need some compost too, and this is always my go-to. And of course, you need a grow bag. And here's what you do. You mix up 2/3 potting soil with 1/3 compost. A little more potting soil. I think I got the mix just right. Dig it in really well. Then fill your grow bag about 4 inches deep with this beautiful potting soil compost blend. Okay, now we've got our grow bag 4 inches deep, beautiful mix of potting soil and soil booster. Sides all rolled down. It's time to place the potatoes. Now a bag this size, it's about a 12-gallon bag. It can fit 3 potatoes only. And I don't like to cut my potatoes, but I do like to wait till they've sprouted so I can see this is a really good viable potato. You place the potatoes. I'm going to do 3 in this one. Can you see it? Look at that. All right, there we go. Those potatoes are buried about 4 inches deep. I'm going to go find the hose and sprinkle some water on there so that the soil is nice and evenly moist, but not soggy. Make sure you never have that grow bag get soggy, because that's really bad for your potatoes. You don't want them rotting. You want them growing and flourishing. You'll know by the feel of the soil how it should feel. A little on the dry side, top couple inches dry, moist underneath. Your potatoes will be so happy with that. And there you have it, everybody. I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned a lot. If I left anything out, make sure you drop me a comment in the comment section. And thanks for watching the whole thing. I really hope you have been inspired to grow your own potatoes, because just like everything else out there in the world of store-bought or even farmer's market, there is nothing quite as good as your own homegrown food. And that counts for potatoes too. Plus, in the stores, there's only a certain number of potatoes even available to us. Quite often they're picked for storage reasons or whatever reasons. They transport well, they don't bruise easily. But in your local nursery and in your local place, anywhere you can find seed potatoes, there are so many more varieties for you to grow. Just like the world of tomatoes and peppers, there's heirloom potatoes too. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Come on in, find me at Cottage Gardens almost every day of the week. But you can also find me on Facebook or Instagram. Okay, people, have a wonderful rest of your week. Till next time, happy gardening.